But some of the things that I take for granted, I think I should just go over very quickly. And really what I'm talking about is, how to map out your day. Like, what are the things that you need to be doing on the day? Because I see a lot of people that, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, but you want a game plan. So I have about 10 things here. I really have 12 things that I think you should focus on. And I think that there is a little bit of the day where it's the end of the day that people don't focus on as well. And I don't think that they're optimizing this the way that they, quite frankly, should. So we're just going to start with the beginning of this on how you should optimize your day. In other words, how should you just start your day? Meaning, we're going to start the trading day. What should I have done before the trading day starts? That's the premise of this. So the very first thing that you're doing is you're looking at top down. This is how I start everything. I'll just look at the index, whether it is the SPY, the SPX, the futures market, it doesn't matter. I start every single day where I will just look at the S&P and I won't have anything on the start and I just look at it. I recommend that you do that as well. You have nothing on it and you just look at it to start. If there are key levels that you think are of interest before the day even begins, such as a support level down here or a resistance level here, all you should be doing with them is marking them off. And it doesn't matter what system you're using. It doesn't matter. But if that would be an important level to you, then you want to mark it off. And the reason for that is because you want to know if it goes off. Now, what do I mean by if it goes off? If it touches it, you want to know. So, for example, if the market starts breaking out today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever day we're trading, I want to know. So all I do is I will put an alert there so that it will go off when I get involved. In other words, I will also put an alert here if it's going to break down, so that if that happens, even if I'm not trading the index, I want to know, because the movement of any stock is going to be reflective most of the time from the index. So the very first thing I do is that in the morning, I just want to know key levels that I think are important, and I mark them off. And I do this by starting with the S&P. I will also go look at the NASDAQ. And by looking at the NASDAQ, I'll see something very similar where I'll see those levels, and then I'll just mark them off. It's not too complicated, but it's the consistency of you doing this day in, day out that makes the difference. It's not the complication of it. It's just the consistency of going out there and going, these are levels of interest. They are areas I want to pay attention to. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're going to reject it. It doesn't mean you're going to hold it. You just want to know if you get there. Because if you get there, you understand that that's an area of interest. And again, I don't care if you're using this trading software or charting software or another one. Really doesn't matter. Super simple thing that you should start every single day with is that, so that you'll see this pop up here when I'm live trading that I want to know. Then after you have that done, you want to understand what the leading sectors are. Now, right now, we don't have a leading sector, but you want to know where they are. So there's a bunch of different ways to do this. The easiest way that I think to do this is to go through your watch list and just look at the indexes. Now, you look at the indexes and then you look at the sectors. So if after this is marked off every day, and this should take you 30 seconds, but after this, you want to just go through these when you look at your indexes and go, who's leading, who's not leading. And all you're doing is trying to find out where the leader is. Now, right now, it's energy, and we really don't have a real big leader out there. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. But you would note things like this when you go through your sector funds. So in other words, if I'm doing this at the beginning of the day and I'm looking at key levels, I might notice that retail is starting to hold in here, and I might just want to pay attention to retail that day. Oh, hey, we held that support level and we were green yesterday, and now we're holding that. And all you're doing is just going through these, and this took all of 10 seconds to do, and I go through the main ones. This watch list is available to anybody, and all I'm doing, once again, I just spent about 10 seconds doing that, and I can see exactly which one's at a support, which one's not, and go from there. The other thing that I want to do with the indexes and the sectors is I just refer to it as taking your temperature. What I want to do is I want to look at the S&P, for example, or the SPX. And again, this is taking 10, 15 seconds. Okay. Am I above my key levels? Okay. Well, the 22 is pointing down, the 12 and the 55 are pointing down. Okay. I'm in a negative situation in the market. I know I'm in a negative situation or bearish, and I know we have sellers in the market. I know where the key levels are. And so now I know where I'm at on the indexes. I know where I'm at in the sectors. That will take you literally a minute when you have this mapped out. One suggestion I have for everybody is to have your daily list, like literally have a watch list that you create, which is just, this is my daily list of all my stuff that I need to watch. And I have the bond market there. I have the stock market there. I have the names I want to watch in there, and then you just go from there. That will 100% save you an inordinate amount of time because I know a lot of people work and have lives. So just by doing that, you will save yourself a lot of time. Click, 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 click. This is where we're at. Secondary levels to looking at the indexes are breadth charts, looking at the breadth of the market very simply like this, understanding where you are at. And some of this stuff might seem rudimentary, but another quick tip, and there's going to be a lot of them, so you're going to want to watch this again, make a checklist, put it in a Google Doc, click, click, click. I did this, 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 and this. You'll watch your performance go up greatly if you just keep clicking those checklists of things you're supposed to do. But what you're doing here is just looking at the breadth. It takes 10 seconds to look at this. Okay, long term, we're below the 50. The 50 days at 16, we know trough levels are around 10 because you would know where your trough levels are on these. You're in the mid range to low to mid range on the 20, and the 5 has a ways to go before you're washed out. Okay, I know where I'm at. Let's begin my day. And now you've gone index, sector, stock, and that should have probably have taken you a whopping 2 to 3 minutes to do something like that. Okay, when you have it all set up properly, it does not take long. Once that's done, you're going to have the individual stocks that you were interested in yesterday or the day before, and you're going to do the same thing with levels. So you would look at your levels with nothing else on the chart. So forget about your moving averages on the day, forget about everything. And you're just going to go out there and look at levels and go, okay, well, what did we do yesterday? Were we green or red? Well, we were green. Okay. Well, did we hold any key levels? And you would look at this and go, well, yes, we did. We held on Tesla, for example, you held that level. You've been unable to close about below that 377.29. So on the day, you're just marking that off. And again, if this was something that was interesting to you, like you noticed a failed H or whatever it is, you might mark the high as well. You would drop into a lower time frame chart. Let's get rid of the pre and the post for a second. You would drop into a lower time frame chart and just want to see exactly what's going on at that level. And you could see down here how you held, here how it held, here how it fell apart. I'm not sure that's real. And then how we read this line over and over again and how it rejected up here at the 400. We would note that. So if we were interested in trading Tesla for that day, meaning the day in question, and this is a really good tip for those people that are out there that have a life and are working, because you can go here with something like TradingView or any of your systems and do what I'm about to explain. You can go here and click on any of these, and you can then have these go directly. If I go to the setting or this line alert, let me see if I can show you this. I can set up where this goes. You can go into notifications. I can have this go to a webhook, so I can have it go to, like, I could have this go to Discord. I could have this go to an email. I can have it notify and pop up in the app. I can have this go anywhere. I can have it post up here where I have mine always pop in down here. Okay. I can have it make a sound. I could have it send plain text to an alternative email. Okay. I can have this go to a myriad of places. Okay? Now, I'm showing TradingView, but any service can do this. And what that does for you is you're not staring at your screen all day waiting for that to happen. The other thing that you're not doing with this prep is you're not focused on that name. If you want to go and trade, let's say, quantum computing names, or you want to watch Bitcoin, that thing pops up. Now, one tip, and I don't do this as much as I should, but if I'm to click on this alert, for example, and for whatever reason, let's just do it this way again. Okay, is to alert name. So let's say that I want to, and you can do this with any system. I'm just showing you this one. This is the message that will pop up. You can name it, but I could take this out and just go for the top and go Tesla 400 level. So then by typing that little message in there and spending 2 seconds, I'm not waiting for anything at all to tell me what that alert is. So instead of just saying Tesla alert, it says Tesla 400. I'm not wondering if I broke the low. I know where I broke the high. Okay. By doing that, it just lets you know. It saves you an extra 2 seconds. So number one thing you're doing every single day, and it really shouldn't take that long, is analyzing the key index levels, the sectors, and the stocks, setting alerts on index sectors and stocks that are of interest to you, and making sure that you're going to see those notifications. That's the most important thing about it, guys. If you're setting key notifications, if you're like, crap, I wasn't staring at my chart when that went off, then that doesn't help you, right? It's not going to help you. So what we want to do is make sure that we see the notification. I have them go everywhere. I have the notifications go into an email. I have an alert that goes off, because even if I miss them, I'll see them at the end of the day. And then it just allows me to focus on that. That is the number one thing you want to do.